Well, good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is Thursday, and you've probably been wondering, James, where you been for the last few days? More like the last 5 days. Well, I don't know if you can see, Ness is up there. She's working up on the second floor right now, but Ness has had a little illness, and we had to hospitalize her for a few days. It has to do with like asthma and some complications. During this time of year in the U.S. it's like the beginning of pollen season. In the Philippines we have a dry season over the winter, and that produces lots of dust and things inside the air, as well as this is a time of year when a lot of people do their burning of the sugarcane, and we had a lot of that fallout around here because all that area behind us, all around us, all sugarcane plantation farms around us, and when they burn, all that stuff comes down, and I think that was part of the complication that Ness had with her lungs, and she spent a few days in the hospital, and I think we're doing okay. She's on a little bit of medication, and we're going to monitor that. So that's where my time has been taken over the past week. But even though now that she's back, I jumped into a couple of projects, so watch her a little bit, do a little bit of projects, back and forth, and that's the way it's going to go for the next few days. So anyway, let me go ahead and talk about the projects after we close the opening of today's episode. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Well, as you can see, a lot of new growth, some blossoms out here just over the past week. I'm telling you, the season is getting warmer. The nights are getting a little bit warmer now. We don't have those really extremely cool evenings like we had 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. So the summer is approaching very quickly here. I'm not sure that there is a spring. It seems like it's winter, boom, and then the rest of the year is summertime here. Well, anyway, that was one of the projects I worked on. I ordered some of these little labels on Lazada.com, and they came in because I couldn't remember what I had planted in a lot of places, so it took me a while, and I'm still not 100% sure I labeled everything correctly. And I believe the defining truth about whether I got the labels correct will be when you start seeing fruit, and I will look at the fruit and I will look and say, oh, this is not right. This is supposed to be a lemon when it's a orange or something like that. Well, we'll get it right, but I think I'm pretty good on most of the labels here. So I said I was doing some projects. I have an update. One of the updates that I have is I was visited yesterday by our waterproofing team, and the name of that team is VP Seal. You can look them up on the internet, and they will be coming down out of the Laguna area, and they are coming on Monday. They gave me a couple of proposals of a couple of different types of waterproofing technical solutions that they had, and we'll discuss that a little bit more probably on Monday when they begin. Again, they will be here on Monday, but the solution that they recommended, I believe, is the best solution for this, and it's going to take quite a long time. It's going to take about between 5 and 7 days to complete the job, because they have to remove the waterproofing solution that was done by my builder. They said the Cambridge system is not a good system for waterproofing walls in a water containment type of a situation like the cistern that we have. It's good for waterproofing floors, but not for walls where you have to hold water because it's not thick enough, or it's easy to crack and then you'll get leaks inside there. So the system they're going to do, they're going to sand this down. Then what they're going to do is apply a different type of a waterproofing solution. Again, we'll talk about that more on Monday. Oh, another thing I've been working on. Let's go inside the house. It's kind of a mess inside there because I have stuff all over the place, trying to take care of Ness. trying to take care of the house and trying to take care of projects at the same time. But you'll be surprised at one of the projects that I worked on really mostly all day yesterday, last night maybe. All right, well, here in the house, you see I have some tools that are still out because I just completed most of the install. I have to get a couple more accessories, but the basic system that I'm working on here, which is a complement to the security system that we already have here, is installed. And if you look at the garbage that I have over here, you can see, and over here, obviously the name gives itself away. It's the Ring security system, alarm security system. Ring makes a very nice complementary package for add-ons and growth, cameras, security alarm systems. There's so many things that you can do, and you can build upon your system. Now, after a long sit in the basement from that Balikbayan shipment that I got at the beginning of the winter from the US, I went ahead and installed the Ring alarm system, and I'll show you some of the major components of the system. Now, the Ring system that I installed, the Ring alarm system that I installed, comes with a, this is a component. It's like a kit that you get. And the kit comes with a base station, it comes with a keypad, it comes with a motion sensor, and it comes with a contact sensor for doors and windows, as well as you have to download the application to your smart device or go online on the computer, on the web. So I installed these items right here, but I also, it's very minimal. It's for one door, one window, one motion sensor, and that won't do it for most applications. So you buy accessories, you buy additional, which is what's all these pieces of junk inside all the boxes here. Some more sensors, some more contact sensors as well. So basically it will alarm on doors and windows. So let me show you what the components kind of look like. Well, we'll go, let's see, here's an easy one. So here's one right here. Let's take a look at this. You see this? This is a motion sensor. So what it will do in the event there's any penetration, any part of this part of the house right here, it will alarm. Motion sensor that will alarm on this part of the house, and I have them all throughout the house. Also, something like a window and door sensor. This is a contact sensor here. I have like this one right here, and like the contact sensor right here on the front door, and you'll probably hear if I open it. It will give you an indication when a door opens or closes. You can set a different sound, a different chime for each door inside your house. It's kind of neat. One of the key components right here is the keypad, and the keypad allows you to disarm the system. When you go away, you can set it so that any type of a door or window or motion sensor inside the house, anything that goes off, it will alarm. And you can also set it for this one right here, which is home. So while you're in the home and you're sleeping, you can set this one right here, and key components like your doors and windows and motion sensors that you define, that you know you won't go into that area, into that room when you're inside the house, those will be armed. And if you have any type of a penetration or break-in, then the alarm will go off. Send notifications. If you're subscribed to a monitoring service, it will alert security personnel and so on and so forth. So it's a pretty good system. Now, what I will do a review on the entire system once I have everything configured the way that I want to. I will tell you the good, bad, and the ugly, which is what I do when I review products or services on the channel here. So let me get a little bit comfortable with this, and then I will do a follow-on report on that. So what am I up to today? Again, I told you, taking care of Ness upstairs, making sure that she's fed and she's comfortable, and any other project that I can come up with that's simple that I can do around the house right here. Well, let me go ahead and try to figure out what one of those projects are. I think it's almost lunchtime, so what I'll do is I'll prepare some lunch, then we'll go into some other kind of project that I need to be working on around Villa Feliz. Now, as tradition holds, look, what are you doing? Huh? Where'd you come from? Well, as tradition holds, I'm going to catch up on one or two of the birthday shout-outs. We've been kind of idle on that since we haven't been doing any episodes here in the last few days. So let me look real quick inside my inbox and see what I have for birthday shout-outs. Crazy dog. Okay, we're in luck today. We only have one birthday shout-out. And it's from James Hansen, who wants to recognize his wife's, his Asawa's birthday, which is belated for February 25th. And her name is Julie, and it's Julie with 2 L's, Jullie. Go figure. Anyway, for Julie, it was her 46th birthday, 46 years young. So anyway, to you, Julie, me and Hapo want to wish you a happy birthday. Okay, kind of a mess down here on the workbench. I decided to do a little bit of work down here inside the basement today. Remember when I put the cabinet up here, the workbench cabinet, I had planned on putting a lighting underneath here. What I did, I went ahead and made the connection. I have a 220 volt power source up above the cabinet right here, and I have 220 volts available to me now on this wire. I have some extra LED. These are 12 watt LED lights. And I'm thinking about putting 2 of them underneath the cabinet right here to give me some really good light, because what I found out, I didn't calculate this too well. I have 1 light inside here, inside the workspace right inside here. And I need a lot more, especially for intricate things like soldering and doing minor stuff with electronics. So I think I'm going to use this space here for my electronics. The thing is, all the remnants that I have left over, they're missing parts. I got to see if I can find it, because there's no mounting bracket for this one right here. There is one mounting bracket for this one over here, so I have one. So I got to go through some of my residue, some of the leftover equipment from the build, and see if I can find some spare parts. Then I need to go to some place like Ace Hardware. Probably Ace is probably the best, or maybe even McKilling or Wilcon or City Hardware, any of them that will have a switch. I need a power switch, and because I want to isolate that from all these other lights inside here, because I won't need that all the time. That will be when I get an opportunity to leave and go do a little bit of shopping, maybe in the next day or so. Now, another thing I'm working on here inside the bench, which I wish I had that extra light, is this little amplifier, this little mixer. Now, this mixer is a Sound King mixer. It goes with the PA system here that we have for our little band PA gear that we have. Now, I removed it from the housing. The housing does nothing. It does exactly what it says. It's a housing. It's supposed to be a fully integrated system. You have the speakers, you have the mixer, you have little cabinets inside here for storing things like microphones and cords. But when you pull the unit out, the unit is self-sufficient. It doesn't need this. All you need is power. You plug power in, you plug a speaker, actually 2 speakers, and then your microphones inside the PA system. But what I have is I have a problem. The mixer itself, I only used it twice. I used it for the Christmas before last, and I used it for our blessing of the house. But one of the channels is not working. So what I'm going to do real quick, there's a left channel output and a right channel output. Now, sometimes these are fused. This might be an independent system, and if it's fused on the inside, if it is fused, I can replace the fuse. If not, if it's a component that's bad inside there, I have to bring it back to an authorized service center. So right now I'm just going to look inside, see if there is a independent fuse on each one of the channels, and then we'll go from there. Well, after careful examination, I don't see any fuses inside here. Sometimes when you look inside, you can see the obvious culprit. There'll be a burnt component inside. It could be a transistor, a capacitor. I don't see anything. I do see a little bit of corrosion on some of the power amplification stages, which I believe are down here. Now, I don't have the schematic. If I had the schematic, I could do some troubleshooting. But I looked online, and this company, I don't know, it's probably made, I'm positive it's probably made in China somewhere, but I don't have the schematics available to do some troubleshooting. So at this point I can just check some of the connections inside here, make sure the connections are tight, put everything back together, try it one more time, and then if it doesn't work, then I'll bring it down to one of the authorized service centers. Okay, what we'll do is we'll just loosely put it back in here because I only plan on bringing this. I don't need to bring the whole case and everything when I bring it in for them to take a look at for the repair. All right, now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a quick check to see if just by moving any of the cables, if that affected anything inside there. You never know, you might have a bad connection somewhere. So this goes to one of the speakers. I know one channel is working. I know this channel is working. Let's see. Make a little noise here. Okay, we know that channel works. Go back over to the channel that is not working. And nothing, still nothing on there. So anyway, that seems to be the problem. So what I will do is I will carry this to one of the authorized service centers and see if I can't get this thing repaired. Okay, well I think that's going to be about it for today's episode. Not a lot of stuff accomplished, but the main thing is taking care of Ness. Got her breakfast this morning, got her lunch, and I got to prepare some dinner here in just a little bit. I got to mess around a little bit with the wiring for the lighting. For the workshop cabinet, what else did I work on? Oh, I showed you the security system, the Ring security system that I installed last night. Oh, and a little bit of troubleshooting on the Sound King mixer amplification for the PA system. And also thanks to all of you who were aware that Ness was in the hospital for sending all your kind words and your prayers. She does read those, and all of it all together makes her feel much better. Well, anyway, I'm going to close for today. I'm going to take care of Ness upstairs and think about whatever project I'm going to be working on tomorrow. Probably to try to finish off that light in here. There's a couple other things that I want to do around the house as well. So if you enjoyed today's video, no matter how short it was, please give me a thumbs up. Please share it, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You'll be subscribed and you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. So until such time, you have a wonderful and blessed day.